Welcome back to my channel. My name's Rebecca, I'm 28, I live in Newcastle, and you are reporting for Beauty Duty. Better late than never. So I am doing my 2020 favourites. I tried a lot of makeup in 2020. Yeah, I've just realised I forgot to put something in my pot, so I'm just going to do that now. Yeah, so I had a great time trying out new things. And with starting my channel, like I felt it was like quite important for me to try a few new bits. New products really do get you ahead of the game and things like that when you're reviewing things. So anyway, here we go. Let's begin. So what I'm wearing today, foundation wise, I'm going to start with like sort of base products, then move on from there, has been one of my absolute favorites. This is my backup, and it is my Revolution Pro CC Perfecting Foundation, and that's that there. And I wear this in the colour F10. As you can see, it's very glowy. I have used a glowy primer, which is in my favourites box as well to give it extra glow. I have worn this all day during the summer and it does stay. This is one of the only super glowy foundations that I can get away with as somebody who is super oily. She is very full coverage, looks really flattering on the skin in my opinion, and just, yeah, all round absolute favourite. Love her. You'll see that's probably one of my most used foundations of 2020 as well. Oh, chef's kiss. Love it. And keeping in the same vein with foundations, my other one that I've really loved, and you can see I've got this is not my backup, this is the one that I use, is my Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I wear this in 3N1 Ivory Beige. So again, very, very full coverage, and to the other extreme finish-wise of the CC cream. Very, very, very matte. But the reason why I love it is it looks great under a mask. So I can take it off and it'll still look great after wearing a mask. It's my go-to, like I've worn it to our friend's wedding in 2019. It lasted all day, really lasts just excellently in any heat. Really, really long lasting. When I first put it on, it might feel a little bit dry, but I'm oily skinned and it does really work for me. So I do prefer to put it over really, really moisturized skin, but I just think it's great. Again, I've got a backup of this because I don't like to run out. And another one that's been an absolute favourite, I do not have a backup but I need to get one, is the Huda Beauty foundation stick, and I wear this in shade Latte. The first thing about this is it is one of the best colour matches possible for me that I own in my collection. Absolutely fantastic. It's a buildable finish, so I wear this a lot for work so I can get all full coverage on my head, and then the rest of my face that you can't see, I just do a little bit of coverage here and there. Absolute star of the show. I got this in, I think, November or something, and I have used the crap out of this. I love the finish. It's very, very natural. It's not dewy, it's not matte, just really natural, really, really, really skin-like finish. As I said, I've not had it for that long, but I just use it so much that I can easily say absolute favourite of mine. One of my next favourites, again, it's more of an honourable mention, but I really, really like it, is my NARS Soft Matte. So I wear this in Santa Fe, which is a little bit pale for me. So yeah, that being said, very flattering on the skin, blurs out a lot of pores, lasts really long under a mask, just an all round great foundation. It's a really big bottle as well for the price. It's £28, which is pretty good for a high-end foundation, and you get quite a lot in this. You get 45 ml, which is quite a lot, and I really, really appreciate that. I realise I've just missed another foundation favourite. And then another favourite of mine, I don't know where the lid is for this, is my Born This Way matte foundation. Buildable from a medium to full, so if I feel like I don't need the full coverage, this is great. But then again, I can build up to a full foundation. I wear this in Natural Beige, Slightly pale for me, but it still works really, really well. Again, lasts really, really well under a mask, which is really important for me because I'm still working, I'm not furloughed or anything. And it's just great, a great foundation, super flattering on the skin again. Absolutely love, love, love this. And you get 30 ml. So in comparison to the give the NARS a comparison, you get an extra 10 ml in the NARS. So if that just helps with that. One of my next favourites is going to be my Morphe contour stick. So I wear this in Effect 15. I've got it on today. Really, really great, super cool toned. I'm neutral, so I do like a very, very cool toned. I've used this so much. Obviously, I don't use it all over my skin, but I've used this a lot, and I still have so much of this left. I might have even got this in 2019, I'm not even sure, but it's been an absolute favourite through 2020. I use it more than any other contouring product that I own. Moving on to primers. So I've got two primers and they're both drugstore primers. So the first one, which I'm wearing today, is the NYX High Glass. Super, super glowy. Super, super glowy. So great under a really matte foundation and to add glow to an even glowy foundation to get that even more glowy look. Looks great on the skin. It's quite nice on no makeup days, even just to pop this on like the high points if I'm just doing a bit of concealer or something like that. Really, really lovely, either under foundation, mixed into foundation. I've even worn this on top of foundation. Really, really, really excellent product. I've almost gone through this, which is really unknown for me, but I really, really like it. Oh, just knocked something over. One of my next favourites in the primers is going to be my Barry M Unicorn Primer Drops, when that's what she looks like there. This is my second one of these. I don't think you get very much in this. Do you tell me how much you get in this? No, I can't say how much you get, but again, just really gives you sort of glowy, almost sort of stickiness to the skin. So I feel like the foundation really, really sticks well to it. I have a feeling it's a dupe for the Farsali. So I really, really love this so much. I'm not a massive primer girl. So when I want primer, like I want it to be glowy or to stick my foundation down. I'm not really bothered about mattifying foundation, even though I'm really oily, because I find I can do that with my like how I set my skin and my skin prep and things like that. I don't need to make my skin matte with a primer. I find that that is not so flattering because I'm very, very textured. The next thing is another thing I've nearly gone through. And this is my Coty Airspun Extra Cover. I know that not everybody likes the smell of this, but considering how huge this is, I got it off Amazon. I've nearly gone through this. Very blurring on the skin. Oh my goodness, almost vanishes your pores. Super affordable, and I'm used to the smell now. Has a slightly more sort of, let's see if I can show you. Oh, the packaging on this is shit. Of a more sort of peachy undertone to it. So it really is so nice under the eyes. I just love it, love it, love it. Again, with powders, one of my next favorites is going to be my Laura Mercier Translucent Honey. So I don't use this under eye, but I use it on the rest of my face. So as you can see, it's a little bit more of a yellowy sort of caramel tone, well, honey toned, it's in the name, honey toned sort of powder. This is great because if I've got a lot of foundations that are not quite the right colour for me or a little bit pale, I find that this sort of levels the sort of playing field for me skin wise. Again, really helps my makeup last all day, and that is super important for me. Again, I'm wearing masks, just realised I forgot to talk about foundation, but yeah. And next one, so this is technically foundation, but I also wear this on top of a liquid foundation quite a lot. But I do like it on its own as just a foundation, and that's my Bare Minerals Original mineral foundation. I wear this in Golden Beige 13. I'll link my full face of Bare Minerals up in the eye if you want to see how to apply this, because there is a very specific way that I would recommend. I know that I promised that I'd do a video of me doing it on top of a full coverage foundation. I will do that. I promise I'll do it. This is such an unsung, underrated hero, I believe, in the makeup world. This is a very sort of glowy, natural finish, buildable from sheer to the fullest of full coverages. It gives you a lovely sort of powder to cream finish, so I still set this down slightly. Really, really beautiful, glowy foundation, lasts super, super, super well on my skin. Forgot to put that in my foundations, as I said. And then next, for a setting powder, again, I will link up the video where I first used this. This is my number 7 Airbrush Away, and this is in medium dark, which is laughable when you see the colour, and that's what it looks like there. I can use this all over my face. I can use it under eye, I can use it everywhere. It's very, very blurring. It really helps your foundation last long. You can see how much I've sort of used. I'm not sure how well you can see how much I've used, but I just like really love it. I love it so much. So blurring, so flattering on the skin. Oh, chef's kiss. And the next thing I'm going to talk about is my favourite blush of 2020. So I've used this in so many videos. I have hit pan on it big time. And this is the Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur Blurred Buff blusher. So it is a much more of, I'm going to just sit up so you can see properly, much more of a sort of neutral, almost bronzy tone. It is just the most flattering blusher on my skin. I sometimes use this as a base for other blushes, so it is a cream sort of powder formula. Not sure how well you can see it, but you can see that it's just so flattering, blends in so well with any like highlighters, bronzer, anything. It goes with every single look. If I don't know what blusher to wear, I crack this baby out. It applies so well, even though it's a cream formula with a brush. I just love it. The brush that I use for this is a Real Techniques one. That's what it looks like there. And this is technically a contour brush, but I just tap it in, then bounce it onto the skin, and I just, oh, yeah, love it, love it, love it. You can also do really good, like if you just want to do a super neutral eye makeup look, I sometimes tap this over the eye and run a bit of bronzer through the lid, and it is just a fantastic product. Fantastic product. I cannot recommend this more. Yes. And if you're not the sort of person that likes a really blushy blush, but doesn't want to just wear highlighter, wants to add that bit of colour, I'd absolutely recommend this. This will work from the palest of the pale to my sort of skin tone. Nothing particularly darker than me, I would say, but it's just absolutely fantastic. Next thing I'm going to speak about is slightly more of an honourable mention because I haven't had it for that long. I just love this so much. And this is my NARS blush in Taj Mahal. So this is a absolutely bright orange powder blush. I'll give you a little finger swatch. So it really is just brightest sort of orange colour. Wow, I love it. I love it. I can get a really bold look out of this, something more subtle. It does have a sheen to it, so it just adds the most beautiful sort of glow to the skin. I don't have it on today. Can't even remember what I'm wearing today. Anyway, yeah, absolutely beautiful on the skin. I love the packaging on these, the soft, oh, I've just pulled the label off, soft sort of packaging on this. It does get dirty quite easily though, but I just love how it feels. I really want this formula in more colours because it is super pigmented, which I do like when I'm going for a really, really bold colour with my blusher. The next thing that I really, really like in terms of base as well is my NARS blusher in the shade Casino. Again, more of an honourable mention because I haven't had it that long, but I've already made a slight dint in this. What a great formula. It's not matte, it's not even quite a satin, it's somewhere between a satin and a matte, and I just really like it. The colour is absolutely perfect for me. As I said, some of my foundations are that touch bit too pale, and this just warms everything up so well. Really love this. Absolute, you know, favorite in my collection. And I do have other highlighters that I like, but that's coming more in the palette section. And the next one is my Bare Minerals highlighter in the shade Joy. So this is a peachy toned highlighter and it is so beautiful. I'll give you a little swatch of that. So that's what it looks like there. Oh, just love it. It's got that beautiful sort of high shine to it. But if you build this up, you can really use it as a sort of blushy highlighter, blush lighter, whatever you want to call it. And it really just, oh, it looks so fantastic on the skin. Should we put some on? Is this what I'm wearing? Don't think it's what I've got on right now. But it goes with the look. I'm already so dewy right now that it's hard to sort of tell. But I just really love this. I've made a really big dint in it. I wouldn't be surprised if this year I would hit pan. And it's just such a fantastic highlighter, so underrated. For the record, I do no longer work for Bare Minerals. I still love the company, love my colleagues. I just work for Boots on its own now. So my next thing that I really love before I move sort of to eyes and palettes, I'll go through some of my favorite lip products. So my next favorite lip product is my Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the shade Hepburn Honey. So I already knew I liked the formula, but I saw this lipstick on my friend Rosie, I'll link her channel down below, so many times, and I just love the color of this so much. That's what it looks like there. So it's a more of a sort of caramel nude shade. It's just so flattering, so warm, so yummy. I love the formula, which is sort of more of a satin, and it does last super well on the skin. I just really love it. I would say that if I had to get rid of all but maybe 5 or even 1 lipstick, that's the one that I would keep. It goes the most with my sort of like aesthetic day to day, like my neutral, if I'm going like a neutral eye. But I just love this so much. But at heart, I really am a gloss girl. So moving swiftly on to the Mani MUA Lunar Beauty lip glosses. So I have this in Moon, Starlight, and the name is rubbed off the bottom of this. So this is part of his Moon Prism release this year, and I just love these so much. They're not sticky, they're super high shine, great on its own on top of a lip liner, great on top of a lipstick, just absolutely fantastic. They smell great, packaging is beautiful, price is right for the size, just absolutely just fantastic. Such a great release from him. Just, oh, so love it so much. Next favorite is going to be my eyebrow pencil. So I got this on on allocation, which is what you get when you work for a beauty brand, from Bare Minerals, and I was like, well, it's an eyebrow pencil. I love this. So this is the Brow Master in the shade Coffee. So it's a sculpting pencil. So on one side it's a spoolie, and then on the other side it's your brow pencil. So you know you've got the Benefit one, I can't remember what it's called, and it's more of a triangle shape. This is like oval. So I just really love this. It's like a buildable colour, so when you go in with it, you don't just immediately get too much pigment. I don't wear loads and loads of brow pencil on my brows. I just fill in the sort of gaps, and that's it. I am naturally have pretty good brows, so I'm pretty, like, you know, I love my eyebrows. I'm like, yeah. And this has just been fantastic. The formula is great. It goes over my favorite sort of brow gels and things like that. It's a fantastic brow pencil. I would buy this again for sure. I think they're pretty well priced for £18. You know, it's a high-end product. Other brands tends to run more expensive, so I do really love that. Next in the eye section is going to be my 2 favorite eyeliners, which is, and these are in my number 7 video that I said I'd link up in the eye. I'll pop it down below, which are my 2 green eyeliners. So this is in the shade bright green, and this is in the shade deep green. So they go together so well. I tend to wear them together. So I've just, you know, you can do a thin line with that, but I've just done a really big line. Whoops. And then the colour of these two complement each other perfectly. They are so long wearing, so comfortable to apply. The eyeliner is super easy to apply. I've had my colleagues have bought them because they love it, so much on, they loved it on me and wanted it for themselves. I've had customers buy it, also like it in black. The black formula, the same formula in black as well, is great. Just really, really underrated. I'm going to definitely get these in some more colours. Just absolutely fantastic. I think number 7 is not talked enough about. Like, are they like massively interesting? No, but they do some great, solid, good products. Just really solid products that like will never let you down. Will never let you down. So love it. And then my next one is, it's not this specific style of lashes, although I love them, but this Lash brand as a whole, which is, this is a brand new pack, and this is in the style Rainer. That's what they look like there. Everyone knows that I absolutely love, love, love a dramatic lash. And this is from the brand TGH Lashes. I'm yet to receive a pair of lashes from them that I don't like. So I tend to buy them when they're on some sort of offer, and they're always on some offer. These are like great, like so affordable, high-end sort of feeling, just fantastic lashes. Super dramatic, super fluffy, exactly what I want when I'm doing some ridiculous eyeshadow look, or even when I'm just doing something a bit more neutral. Just so perfect. Just absolutely love them so, so much. My next one is, and this looks janky AF, I need to throw this out, I do have another one, which is my Be Perfect Cosmetics Perfect Prime Eyeshadow Priming Base. I absolutely love this. I will not do my eyeshadow without it. I have really creasy, textured eyelids. This is the hands down the best eyeshadow primer that I've ever tried. I used to just use concealer, which was fine, worked fine for me. But this, since I've started using it, I love this so much. I got this included in some deal, and I wouldn't normally have just bought it by itself. But this really has been fantastic. Fantastic. I notice a difference if I don't use this. I use it dry, I use it wet. I don't like powder over or anything. I know, I just love it. I would like, I know I've got a backup, but if I was like getting towards the end of it and didn't have a backup, I would be panicking. I would be panicking because I like it that much. And on to the next section, which is palettes. So first one I'm going to talk about is a face palette. So the first one I'm going to mention is my Jaclyn Hill highlighter palette in the Flash. Again, I'll pop it up in the eye, my sort of first impressions on it. And that's what it looks like there. I don't love the packaging on this because I don't like dead space, and I don't really like that it's so bulky, but the formula is sound. The formula is so good. It's a real go-to for me when I'm like, oh, I don't know what highlighter to wear. And I will always grab for that, and I'm never disappointed. I really thought long and hard, like, do I put it in? Do I not? But I love it. Like, I wouldn't be without it. Like, it's such a fantastic item. Like, I didn't buy it full price. I think I bought it for 40% off, 30% off or something like that. And it was so worth it. So, so, so worth it. Just fantastic. I'm going to start off with my, like, sort of, am I going to go? Well, I've got a pile, so I'll just go at the top of my pile. First one is, I will link all the videos of using these items if I've used them in a video down below. My Lois Cosmetics Rose Metal eyeshadow palette. So run by, well, it's in the name, Lois, who is an absolute sweetheart, and that's what it looks like in there. Anyone that knows my makeup style, if you've been watching me, I love pinks, and I particularly love the mixture of neutrals and pinks. These eyeshadows practically blend themselves. They are just so perfect. The packaging on this is beautiful, really streamlined, super easy to travel with. The metallics in this is one of the best formulas I've ever used, regardless of price. Just absolutely, just so perfect. Let me give you a swatch. So that's what some of them look like on the finger. And then I will, yeah, just super high shine. I picked way too much of my finger there. Super high shine metallics. Really just so stunning. So stunning. Such just great quality and at such affordable price, and a UK based indie brand owned by just such an absolute sweetheart as well. I do want to get a few more bits from the brand. I really want to get the Gone Rogue palette, and I'm so excited to see where this goes. So excited to see where the brand goes. Yeah, like one to watch. Like I hope that they blow up like Juvia's Place or something like that, because she so deserves it. And then the next one for me, which is bought for me for my birthday by my dear friend Teresa, is my little Nabla Cutie palette. And this is the Wild Berry. So that's what she looks like inside. If I'm at a loss, if I'm going out and about, well, you know, when we could, if I'm ever at a loss, I will pick this bad boy up, and it never ever fails me. Sometimes if I'm like, oof, I can't quite get the right sort of purpley pinky shade that I want out of a palette, I'll pick this up, and it never fails. This is one of my favorite inner corners is Alchemy. Just a lovely inner corner palette, or just a tap on the middle. Even when you finish your eye look, just do a little taparoo. Just adds a little something. Great different sort of textures in this palette as well. Great price, great packaging. Love the color scheme. Perfect. I love Nabla as a brand. Really fantastic. And then my next one is bought for me for my birthday by my lovely fiance. It's not a new palette, but it's my Natasha Denona Gold palette. So that's what she looks like inside. And when I use a palette that costs this much, I want it to be effortless to use, easy to use. I don't want to have to put too much effort in. I am lazy, and that's exactly what I get from this palette. I love these kind of yummy, mustardy, yellowy toned neutrals, as well as you've got your sort of pop of blues and beautiful, very special shimmer shades. Just a fantastic palette. I can tell when someone's wearing this in a picture, and I'll look down and be like, yeah, that's a gold palette. Duh. You know, just really fantastic. Keeping within the same sort of brand, my next favourite is going to be my Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, and that's what she looks like there. So, what am I doing? That's what that's the inside, if anyone doesn't know. Again, not a new palette in 2020, but new to me in 2020, bought for me by my fiance for my birthday with the gold palette. Oh, I love it. Again, so effortless to use, has the great sort of lovely purple tones that I love, lovely warm tones in it, yellow tones, orange, I love it. I can pick this up and immediately think of any looks. It's you know, the shimmers in it are just really special. They are, you know, perfect, and it's a great addition to my collection because I've got a lot of use out of it. I can use two, 3 shades out of this, and I get a really beautiful look. It's easy. It's great. Love it. Keep up the hard work, Natasha Denona, because you're doing something right. You're doing it right. And then my next, and this is probably my like ultimate favorite palette of 2020. And it's not necessarily the quality, although the quality is fantastic and the shades is great. But for me, can you guess what it is? For me, the color story in this is just so Rebecca that I can pick this up and see so many looks and feel so inspired. And again, I really enjoy the formula, and it is my Carnival 3 Be Perfect X Stacey Marie Love Tahiti palette. And that is what she looks like inside. I love it so much. Everything is just, yeah, I love it. I did a big video on it, 3 looks, 1 palette. Again, I'll link it down below. If I had to give away my full collection and could only keep one, it would be this. It would be this. Because I know when it comes to colourful looks, within my preference, I know it's not a rainbow palette, but within my preference, I can get nearly everything that I could possibly want. Yeah. And the shimmer formula in this is much better than the other palettes. I still love my XL Pro, I really do. But if I had to choose between the 2 of them, I'd choose my Love Tahiti. So here's a question I get quite a lot, which I'll answer. Which one should somebody get? Okay, if you don't have a fantastic rainbow palette, I mean rainbow palette in your life, and you want one, buy the XL Pro. I already own the XL Pro and I love it, as I've said. But if you are the sort of pinks and greens, and it's got the beautiful, more like warm toned sort of peachy yellow and oranges in it, if this is more your color story and you don't think you will use all of the sort of rainbows, and does that one, and it's got the highlighters in, then go for this. Go for this. This is my app, yeah. And then last but not least, but I think people will say this is slightly boring, but I use this without fail every single time I do my makeup. Yeah, and that is, and if you can tell me an affordable dupe of this, not Morphe, is my MAC Fix Plus. If I use my Morphe every day, I'd go through it a million times quicker than I'd go through my Fix Plus. This is an absolute staple in my collection. I wear a lot of powder because I'm oily skinned. This just settles it all down. I spray my face with this before I do my sort of buffing sort of technique and method. Nothing can match this. It is not a setting spray. It is not a setting spray. It is a finishing spray. And I love it to wet my brushes. Oh no, I shouldn't. I like it to wet my beauty blenders. I know I shouldn't. I just love it so much. I love it so much. It doesn't irritate my skin, anything like that. I actually don't mind the spray on it. What a fantastic product. I love it. As I said, I need to buy a backup of this. I need to buy a backup of this because I don't want to be without it. Chef's kiss. Love it, love it, love it. I do have favourites that I've used before, but they're not like my 2020 favourites. They're not something I've discovered in 2020. For the record, Fix Plus was not something I discovered in 2020. I just hadn't purchased it in a while, and then repurchased it in 2020 and fell back in love, just for the record. And I will never be without it again. Yeah, I do have other favourites that I still love, but they weren't, 2020 loves. They were things that I've loved for years and have just continued in my collection. But yeah, that's it. Are those the favourites that you thought I'd have? Is there anything that you think that I've missed and that you're surprised that I've not mentioned? Have I mentioned any of your favourites in this? Yeah, do let me know. Did you buy anything because I recommended it in any of my videos in 2020? I'm really interested to hear that. Again, do let me know. Don't forget to go follow me over on Instagram. I have been doing a few looks over there that I haven't filmed. I promise I will go back to normal filming. Well, what's normal for me? Filming more videos soon. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. We are so close to 500 subscribers. I'd absolutely love to have you with me. Don't forget to comment down below. Give my video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And I shall see you next time. Bye!